Hey boys and girls, welcome to a flip video. We're switching topics entirely, but still linked. Whereas we were doing fractions for a while, we're now going to decimals. And if you remember from first advisory, we did decimals. So today is just going to be a review of place value with decimals. If you remember, just like a fraction is part of a whole, like if this is the whole thing, fraction might be a little bit of it. Same thing with decimals, just different way to write it. Fractions are, doop, 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 and decimals have a decimal point. So let's get rocking. So here we've got a gas dispenser. I don't know what you call these things actually. And this would be from a couple of years ago because this was when gas was about over $3. But I want to know, I'm going to use this for place value. So first thing, when I see my decimal point, if you remember from first advisory, we put the 1 directly underneath the decimal point, 0 under each individual letter. And it just kind of helps me with my place values. So if I go 3, 4, 4, 9, I'll put my decimal point there. I know my 3 is in my ones place value because it's the first place value on the left of my decimal place. So that's my ones place. If I look at my 4, there is a 10 underneath it. And I know everything with a decimal has a th on the end. So that is my tenths. Going on to my next one. There is a 100 underneath my second 4. So it would be the hundredths. Let's see if I'll put my th underneath. And then finally, my 9, there is a 1,000 underneath it. So I know that would be my thousandths. And I ran out of room again. So to read this, I would say 3 and 449 thousandths. I just read that as my very last decimal place. So again, important things, putting the 1,000 underneath it to help you with the place value, and going from there. Now this is another gas price. This is a little bit more recent. It is $1.97, and then a little 9 up there too, which means it's pretty much almost $1.98. Important for you to know that as you get to driving age, which won't be a couple of years. But I have a little chart set up for you, and I want you to fill this in, and then we'll go through it together. The little 9, the one right here, the one that's floating, is little 9, big 9 is this one, the 1 and the 7. I want you to identify the place value for each one. Alright, hopefully you've solved this. First thing I'm going to do before I try to solve it is put my 1,000 underneath it. Then I'll look. So my little 9 is right here, and so underneath it I have a 1,000. So that would be my thousandths. Now under my 9 I have a 10, so that would be my tenths. My 1 is to the left of the decimal, so that's actually my ones place. Then my 7 I have a 100 underneath, so that would be hundredths. Now, the way I would read this is I would say, my laser, I would say 1 and 979 thousandths. I wouldn't say 1 and 9 tenths, 7 hundredths, 9 thousandths. I would say 1 and 979 thousandths. So I've identified all the place values. Which brings us to our bring back to school problem. We're kind of flipping it on the head a little bit here. I have given you 2.679. I've given you the place values. What I want you to do to bring back to school is copy down the same chart, and I want you to place each digit in this number right here alongside here. That's what we'll be looking for in the morning. Bring it back, and this is going to be the review to our introduction to decimals.